I've often said this about you. You were the greatest practice player I've ever seen, but also the greatest player, period, I've ever seen. How mentally and physically exhausting was it to be Jerry Rice and put so much into everything you did?
When you're doing something that you really love doing, you don't get tired. I love entertaining, so many people. If you paid your money to come to a football game, I wanted to witness something special. The way I practice, I needed that because I knew if I did it during practice, then it was going to happen during the game. So I had to see it. I had to see that. I had to have that visual of making that catch or, grabbing the ball and sprinting 60, 80 yards and scoring. So I needed to see that. I needed to get that in my head. Then once I got in the ball game, I had done it over and over, and I knew I could make that play.
Yeah. Well, as I mentioned, 49ers, the long history, and here they are again.
Yeah, here we go.
Coming up on another season with a really good roster. There are a couple of teams in their division with really good rosters too, but just how do you feel about where the 49ers are set up right now entering this season?
I feel really good. I think they, with Mike Evans coming on board, what a great leader. I had the opportunity to meet him, and he's just such a good individual, and he works hard. And the players, they're going to get a chance to probably see a Hall of Famer. And he's going to work his butt off every day. I think this is the year for the Niners. I certainly hope so. And it's going to be up to those players to go out there and get it done. But it starts real soon. And I remember I was just like a horse in the Kentucky Derby. I sort of always knew when it was time. And, those horses, they know when it's time to race. Yeah, and I think the Niners, they probably feel the same way. So this got to be a big year for them.
How did you get to meet Mike Evans?
I got to meet him in a commercial. Then, I would follow him because I think we both had seasons where we had over 1,000 yards for 11 or 13 times or something like that. And it was just unfortunate that he got hurt because he had a great chance of breaking my record. And if anybody was going to break my record, I would have loved for him to do it.
So how do you see him and that skill set, that size, everything else, the professionalism fitting into the 49ers offense?
Just throw it up. Throw it up because he got that big frame. He's going to be able to go up and attack the football. So once you're in the end zone, just throw that thing up, like alley-oop back in the day. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Just throw it up and let him go get it. And he's capable of doing that.
And in the draft, for surprised some people, but it all makes sense once you really dig into DeJon Stribling, 33rd overall pick. He's got the size, the speed, the hands, the blocking, the run after the catch. Have you had a chance to really look at him?
No, but man, they said he's big, he's fast, and I can't wait to see him on the football field. And just go to work. And what a great leader he can follow the greatness of Mike Evans, because he's going to see how this guy works every day. And after he been in the league for a long, long time. And not saying that he's not a hard worker, but, he got the perfect example with Mike Evans.